Hello, everybody, and welcome to Strategy Now here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. Let's take a look at all the market action into the midday right now, see what's strategically, any adjustments, anything that's hot, what's going on. Equities basically have ticked up in recent action. You have the S&P 500 up 0.3%. You have the Dow Jones, though, flat and continues to reside in that flat territory, while we have the NASDAQ up 0.5%. And we have the Russell 2000 continuing to outperform. It underperformed yesterday, led to the downside. Well, it continues to lead to the upside today, up 1.1%. Now, financials have been in the spotlight as of late. And as we discussed, we're going to watch JP Morgan, Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. Well, the immediate reaction following the open bell was Bank of America, JP Morgan, Chase, and Wells Fargo basically jumped up about 1.4% to 1.9%. There was a lot of optimism about the earnings, even though in spite of the fact that Wells Fargo did miss. The optimism right now is that they had positive quarterly results. You continue to see that these banks are doing quite well in spite of the fact that their trading revenues were down lower than expectations, but across the board they beat on top line and bottom line, except for, of course, Wells Fargo. Speaking of Wells Fargo, the reason why we see it up right now, and it's actually a leader, up about 1.1% compared to Bank of America, which is up 0.2%, and Chase, which is basically up, let's say, about 0.4%. Right now, basically, the strength in Wells Fargo can be seen as they're going to be doing some cost cutting. They're going to be closing more branches more aggressively, which means that they're going to be removing some of the stress that they have with having the traditional bricks and mortar. Some other cyclical cycles that have had the upper hand today. Let's take a look at technology. Technology is up about 0.3%, as we said, with the NASDAQ, but the group as a whole is basically been running the upside and continued to be the silver lining right now. There is Apple, though, trading basically flat to down slightly at 119.08, down 15 cents. There's some relative weakness. Obviously, it's not huge by any means, but we'll watch that. Chip makers, though, have been moving higher. The SMH is up 1.4%. That's being led by Qualcomm, which is trading at 66.90, up 78 cents. That's higher by about 1% right now. What's bucking the positive cyclical trend is energy. Energy continues to struggle right now. XLE down about 0.1%. Basically, the underperformance in crude can be the driver for that. We see that the commodity has been spending most of the day in negative territory after posting gains for the last two sessions. Strategically, it looks like they're trimming some of the gains that they've had, those that have been long, going into the long weekend, the inauguration. Also, people just quite don't understand or don't know what OPEC nations are going to do and non-OPEC nations. Are they going to stick to their freeze in production? It's down by about 0.8% at 52.60 a barrel. On the defensive side, we continue to see healthcare to the upside, up 0.4%, XLV. It's outperforming, while the remainder of the non-cyclical sectors are trading in the red. Biotech's been the driver in the healthcare sector, up about 1%. Take a look at IBB, up about $3.39 at 282.51. This has been pretty impressive with the fact that in President-elect Trump's speech, he did say that he's going to look very closely and push those that are in his administration to look at pricing on drugs. And this move to the upside is impressive. But again, you're looking for value. You're looking for beta. This is an area where you're going to find it as far as beta is concerned. And so we'll watch this one very closely. Taking a look at the Treasury markets, they're on their session lows. Still remain in negative territory on the price side. 10-year yield is up about 4 basis points at 2.4%. So we're going to watch that very closely, see if that continues. That could be a catalyst for the upside going into the long weekend. And I do want to note, we do have a long weekend this weekend. Monday, we will not be open. Now, the futures will be trading, which will be important. You'll be able to monitor the futures. but the equity markets will not be open. All right, folks, that's it for right now for Strategy Now. Join me at 3:30 Eastern Time. I'm going to be jumping in. I'm going to be looking at charts. I'm going to look at option pricing. I'm going to look at all the strategies that are going on and give you some transparency and some potential ideas. So stay tuned. We'll see you at 3:30 Eastern Time here at MarketStream.live.